Hi, it's Amelia Pern with my HOA horror story here in Shohola, Pennsylvania. I have a paper I want to talk about today that, just to make a point about the Attorney General here in Pennsylvania, and not the recent one, but several back, all of them, this as long as I've been here. This paper, I'll put it on the ShoholaPA.com updates page so you can read it in full. Some of the points that this person makes, and they're being very pointy, and they're being very mean and opinionated because it was sent out. It was widely circulated in 2014, and it was sent out anonymously. It was snail mailed. It was then circulated via email, social media, things like that. But it was done originally. The original paper is anonymous, so the person is very opinionated. They're very mean. Their frustration with their situation is palpable. But some of the points that they're making, although they're being very pointy when they do it, are accurate. They may be mean, but they're not necessarily inaccurate with what they're saying. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this because of the issue with the Attorney General. Again, this was sent out. It was circa 2014 that it went out because it didn't have anything to do with my case, but I actually was questioned about this when I was testifying in arbitration because it is me, and I guess somebody had their shorts in a bunch about it, and they were looking for information on where it came from. I don't know where it came from. It's not mine. I don't believe it came from Maple Park. I think I have a good idea where it came from, but we don't know. It was anonymous. So the letter, again, it was sent out to a whole bunch of people, and some of the points that they make were spot on. And these are things that now, 3 years later, we've had to prove in court when the Attorney General could have been looking at this back in 2014. One of the first things I wanted to talk about was they say in part of it that we have been overbilled. Yeah, we just proved that. They were right. This person's right, whoever they are. I mean, I don't know where they are. So, I mean, I haven't read their deed because we don't know who they are. So, but they probably have a pretty good case for that based on things that have transpired in the interim here. They talk about needing a receiver for the corporation over there. It's not my HOA. It's not my problem. It's probably a good idea from what I've seen. Not my HOA. One of the other things they say is, and now they have us paying for their clubhouse. They're talking about Walker Lake Shores Landowners Association clubhouse and renovations and improvements and things that were done. One of the things I find really curious, and again, I'm not in their HOA, so maybe their members don't mind, but they haven't published a budget, published budget. They haven't had one since 2013, where this letter was done in 2014, we're now in 2017. So when say you want to do a bathroom renovation in the clubhouse, where's that line item and where does that money come from and exactly who's paying for it? Because if you don't have a budget, you don't... How do you know how much money you have and what contractor you're going to hire and at what price? And I don't understand how that works. Like, if you don't have a budget, there's no line item. Where does the money come from? How do you prove where the money comes from? How do you prove where's the transparency for what you paid, for who you gave the contract to and what you paid? I don't understand how that works, but this person obviously took an issue with that. And they appear to have a very valid point there too, because in the last 3 years, budgets don't exist. So how does anybody get paid, and how does anybody know who gets paid what to do whatever it is that they need? I guess somebody knows, but it doesn't appear to be a very transparent type of thing. Anyway, they go on to say, we need an investigation of where our money is going. We know it's not for the lake. Yeah, we just proved that too. Not only is Walker Lakeshore Landowner Association not supposed to be billing assessments in Maple Park because we are not now and never have been part of them, according to the Court of Common Pleas. The money is obviously, when you look at the old budgets, it's going to all sorts of things that have absolutely nothing to do with the lake. So they make a really good point, Mr. or Mrs. Anonymous here. And then at the end, there's several politicians and different people that they want you to contact, and one of them is the PA Attorney General. Now, if you have a problem like this or a property rights issue or an HOA issue or whatever, and you talk to any local, state, or county politician, representative, whatever, they all say, "Oh, did you talk to the Attorney General?" Well, based on this paper and the last one, people here in Maple Park have been talking to the Attorney General since 1999. And nothing's happened. Why? I have no idea. It's very clear. We are not part of them. The last paper that I posted on the Maple Park page was from 2001, and they were talking about how they had been talking to the Attorney General, I believe, from 1999. And they were spot on, too. That person was absolutely right. That one wasn't anonymous, but the points that they make are the things that I just had to prove in court. Why do I have to prove in court when everybody's telling this to the Attorney General? I mean, the Bureau of Consumer Protection appears to be quite negligent in this particular issue. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. Why? I mean, I guess in their defense, for people that are actually a member of an association, you agree to it, you get a resale certificate, you have certain checks and balances theoretically inside the association that, you can problem solve with. I'm not in the association. Maple Park's not in the association. I don't think this particular letter came from Maple Park, but the one from 2001 did. Where are the rights, the legislation? Where's the legislation for people that are not in homeowners associations when they're having an issue with a homeowner association? In Pennsylvania, does it exist? It doesn't appear to exist. I haven't found it yet, if it does exist. So I'd be really curious to know about that. I'm going to put all these pieces together. I'll put this one on the updates page. The other one's on the Maple Park page. If I find some more, and I know I have them, but I have to find them, I'll make my own little page of politician contacts and show you what they say, because they're all like, "Oh, call the PA Attorney General." And then you do that, and the Attorney General's like, "Oh, sorry, you're in litigation. We can't help you." And they actually told that to, now I'm the only one in Maple Park who's been in litigation for a little while. And one of my neighbors who called 2017 this year, he called, and they told him that the matter's in litigation. Really? Who? So I called. I was annoyed about that. And I called the Attorney General. I said, "Why are you telling these people this? They're not in litigation. I am. So, why are you telling them that?" Oh, they said they can't talk about other cases. Well, that's convenient, isn't it? They're completely negligent on this matter, in my opinion. And if they had done their job back in 1999 or 2000 or 2001 or in any year prior to 2010, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in. And I, for the life of me, cannot understand why that's such an issue. But this person here also, this thing was widely distributed, this anonymous letter, and I know people called. I know people called everybody on here. And the Attorney General is one of the listed numbers, and 2014, now it's 2017, and they have not done squat. And this person, they have a lot of opinions on here. It's not nice. I don't know how accurate some of that other stuff is. I know some of the things that they say is accurate, and it should have been looked into, and for whatever reason it wasn't. And I don't know, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, especially for our situation where we're not even in a homeowner association. You have this corporation trying to take money from you, and that's about the relationship. It's not a HOA member issue. It's a corporation trying to take money from a unrelated person. And for some reason they have, I know they do something out there at the Consumer Affairs or whatever they are, so at the Attorney General's office, because every once in a while I watch their news feed and I watch them on Facebook and things like that, and they're like, oh, look what we did. We busted, something, blah, 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 and they're all like, yay, and look what we did. And on this particular property rights issue, if you have a property rights issue in Pennsylvania, they're going to tell you to get an attorney. And if you can't get an attorney, guess what? You are just simply asked out. You have no property rights. If you can't afford to go through litigation, you are so open to victimization, and nobody's going to care. Legit, nobody's going to care. I'm going to put all these papers together at some point. I think, at least 2 other ones from different times and different people. And eventually I'll put them all in one place, and I don't even know what the purpose is, but, in all honesty, it's just simply unacceptable. They're elected officials. They should do something for the people that they serve. Thanks for watching.